Hey people, how you all doing today? It is me, the one and only Tony, and welcome back to another episode of TTBurger Game Reviews. And today this is episode 117, part 4 of 6. And this is my Ridge Racer series review, and we're continuing here with my Ridge Racer series review as we get to the next game here and the final game, Ridge Racer game, to be released for the PlayStation. But I know some of you missed what happened in part 3, and I want to know what would happen in that part. Fear not, I got you covered here. Here is a TTBurger recap for you all to show you all what you missed and to recap what happened. In part 3 of episode 117, my Ridge Racer series review, I took a look at the game Ridge Racer, the very first Ridge Racer game that was not released in the arcade. It was exclusive to the PlayStation, and I gave Ridge Racer a 9 out of 10 because of some problems I had with the graphics and some slowdown with the frame rate, and the fact that the controls were still a little stiff when turning and stuff just affected the game for me and stuff. But it's still a fantastic game and definitely worth checking out and stuff, because if you enjoyed the first 2 Ridge Racer games, definitely pick this one up because Ridge Racer improves over the first 2 games and stuff, despite some of the problems it still has and such. So that's just my opinion there. So definitely pick up Ridge Racer if you can find it and such. But for today's episode, we're going to be looking at the final Ridge Racer game that was released on the PlayStation. And this game was released in 1998, around the time Gran Turismo was released and stuff. And we got it right here. This is R4. Ridge Racer Type 4, and like it's released in 1988, like I said, and we're not just going to be looking at the game itself here. I'm going to show you what else we're going to look at here. We're also going to be looking at the bonus disc that came with this game called Ridge Racer Turbo, which has a lot of goodies in store for us in this disc, so I have to cover this disc as well. But without further ado, here we are. Let's get started with R4 Ridge Racer Type 4. Now, what is there to say about R4 Ridge Racer Type 4? Well, for the PlayStation, this is the best Ridge Racer game released for the PlayStation console, definitely. I mean, all the problems that the first 3 games had, this game fixes here and just makes them a lot better. What I should say is that most of the problems have been fixed. There are a couple quirky problems that are still available and stuff, but for the most part, this improves over everything. Mostly everything, to be exact, that was wrong with the first 3 games. And as we get started here with the cutscene, here we're watching only cutscene, it once again shows the mascot Riko Nagase as she enters her car and then goes for a drive and stuff, and it just sets up on what the game has to offer, and you got that catchy music in the background too, and just it shows that you're going to be in for one hell of a treat here when it comes to the game here, and shows like how much they have improved. And Namco did a fantastic job here with what they did, and Namco, you guys rock and stuff. And after the cutscene, let's get into the world of R4 Ridge Racer Type 4, and we got 3 game modes here: Grand Prix, Time Attack, and Burst Battle, and we also have Garage, Records, Save and Load, and Options and stuff. But we're gonna be looking at the Grand Prix mode because it's the main mode of the game. And as we get started here, we got our announcer telling us what happens in the Grand Prix mode here. With Real Racing Roots 99 is the name of the race we raced in, and there are 3 heats that we raced in: the first, second, and final Grand Prix. The first, you must come in 3rd place or better to win, and second place is second, and second one is 2nd place or better, and the third one, the final one, you must come in 1st place or better. And as after that, we can pick a team here, like Pack Racing Club, Team Solvaloo, and Micro Mouse Mappy and stuff, and we also got Dig Racing, which is the USA team. But I'm going to be picking the French team, Micro Mouse Mappy, because they got the easy tuning and stuff like that and stuff, and and I like their car designs and stuff too, like their paint job and stuff as well as what I choose there. And after that, we were introduced to the team manager named Sophie Chevalier, and she talks about how she's on how she happy is to you on the team and stuff, and you can pick a car maker, Assoluto, Lizard, Tarazi, Aj, Solo, and more. And I chose the Lizard car because it's the American car and stuff, and maybe from the United States, so that's why I chose it. And then we get into we pick a car, and then we get into the race here. And as we can see here, we're gonna get into the presentation now. The game's graphics here look fantastic. I mean, they have greatly improved over the first 3 games. Gone are the dark, depressing, bland colors of Rage Racer. Here we get nice and colorful graphics and stuff, and they look more lifelike and stuff than they did in Rage Racer. And R4 Rage Racer Type 4 definitely delivers on the graphics there. Like, the car models look fantastic. The race tracks to race and look fantastic too. You got tons more tracks to race and stuff too, and that helps a lot there. And for the most part, the game looks great. The slowdown is still here, though. I will admit there is still some slowdown in this game. I mean, it's very rare, but there is some noticeable slowdown in the game. So I'm just saying there is what I'm saying there. So just bear with me there as I say that, and that's basically what it is for the presentation. Of course, I forgot the opening cutscene looks fantastic as well, and like just overall, this is a great looking game. I mean, like, a lot of care and effort went into the graphics here, and they did a great job with it too. I mean, especially with the car models and stuff. It just looks fantastic. Now for sound, we got a lot to talk about the sound here, and the sound is just awesome. I mean, I love the sound of R4 Rage Racer Type 4. I mean, like, the announcer sounds good. I mean, sure, he's not the hokey announcer from like the first 2 games and stuff like that, but he's somewhat hokey in his own way and stuff like that, like the way he talks and stuff. And he does a good job at talking and stuff. Like, he's pretty much the only voice actor in the game. And the music is the best part of the sound for me and stuff. I love the music in the game here and stuff. I mean, the music is just awesome. I mean, instead of like the Japanese like techno tracks and stuff from the first 3 games, here we get some like relaxing Japanese lounge-like music stuff too, like kind of similar to how it was in, like, Gran Turismo and such. And like, I like lounge music in racing games like that because like it just feels relaxing to sing when you're in a race like that, especially in a tense race. The music fits perfectly and stuff, and some of the songs have some lyrics in them too, and that's a big plus there too for me. And just the sound wise, it's great, and even the engine sounds of the car sound fantastic, sound very realistic, and just they put a lot of care and effort into the sound and stuff, and they put a lot of care and effort into it. And now let's get into the meat of the review here, the gameplay. And the gameplay, what a huge improvement over Rage Racer and stuff. Like, I already mentioned that the graphics were great and stuff like that, but like when it comes to like everything else like that, like everything is just, I mean, like, most of the stuff, I mean, has improved and stuff. This time the controls are much smoother, and it's easier to drift and stuff too when you're going around those tight turns and stuff. They improved over the drifting a lot here, and instead of like having to hit that button as many times to be sure you're drifting, it's much simpler here. And it took them a few tries to get it right, but they did, and this is when the drifting in Ridge Racer just started to get better and better, and they did a great job with it here. Now, like I said before, like, this is the Grand Prix mode, and you race in like 3 parts of the Grand Prix and stuff, and you go through like different races and stuff. Some take place at night, some take place during dusk or dawn or in the day. And the opponent AI can put up a good fight and stuff, even though they can be a little cheap at times and stuff. When like they'll bump into you or prevent you from getting past them and stuff, which can be a little minor annoyance there, that sometimes the opponent AI isn't fleshed out completely and stuff like that, but still they're balanced for the most part, but just sometimes they can be a little bit frustratingly ridiculous and overpowered when it comes to winning and stuff. But it's not bad at that. I mean, like I said, the game is awesome. I love the game. It's not a bad game. Just sometimes it can be just a pain in the neck there. And after you complete each part of the Grand Prix, like after you complete the first round stuff with the 2 races, you get a new car and stuff that you can unlock. And then like when you complete the second part, you get another car unlock. And then for the final Grand Prix round, where you be right before the final race, you get this like super fast car and stuff that feels like complete when you're driving and stuff, which you don't need to even drift either and stuff, because like it's gonna be challenging, so you better not to drift in the final race and stuff. But still, it's arcade racing at its finest there, and they did a fantastic job here with it and stuff. And I gotta say, and like I said once again, Namco did a fantastic job with this game, because like they showed that they had a couple strikes, and then they hit the home run, winning the ball game and stuff. And they definitely did the best they can, and they did a great job there. And Namco, you guys are awesome for this. I loved the content you guys put out and stuff. It was just great. You guys did a great job with R4 Ridge Racer Type 4. And like that's pretty much what I gotta say there. I mean, like, it's simple, fun racing that has improved a lot over its first 3 predecessors and stuff, definitely. And so that's basically what it is. Now, even though I am done talking about R4 Ridge Racer Type 4 and stuff like that, I'll give my final verdict here in a little bit. But like I said before, this game comes with 2 discs here. One's a bonus disc here. And next up, we're going to look at the bonus disc called Ridge Racer Turbo and stuff. So we've got a lot to talk about there. So let's get started with talking about the bonus disc here. Now, this is the first time where I've ever talked about a bonus disc or something like that and stuff. But just that some copies of this game did not come with it. But some people who wanted to know what the turbo mode disc was like. Well, this is basically what it is. It's basically a content like with full of goodies stuff, like with game videos and demos and stuff and such. I mean, it's mainly videos of like gun con games like Point Blank 2, and Time Crisis, and you got demos of Klonoa, Door to Phantom Mile, and Tekken 3, and you also have a video for Ace Combat 3, Electrosphere, and you got some clips of like slideshow pics of Namco Museums Volume 1 and 3, and that's cool too, definitely. That's cool there too. But the main meat of this disc is the Ridge Racer Turbo mode. Now you're probably wondering, what is Ridge Racer Turbo mode? It's basically a demo version of Ridge Racer, of the original Ridge Racer itself, but in 60 frames per second and like slightly updated graphics and stuff. And as you can see here, like the graphics do look a little better than the full home version in the long box and stuff like that and such. And you got time trial and time attack mode where you can beat your record and stuff. And even though you can't like race against the other opponents, that they can only race against one opponent and stuff, it still has a lot to offer here and stuff when it comes to that. Because like time trial and time attack will definitely be a challenge for you and stuff for people who are successful with the original Ridge Racer. Get ready to try the turbo mode and stuff, and then you'll come back and see. And I noticed that in this version it's a little bit easier to drift in this one, which is probably, I don't know if it's because of the frame rate and the controls that were improved a little bit, because like they probably improved it over time to like as like a bonus disc for R4 Ridge Racer Type 4, so that's probably why it improved a little bit and stuff. So I'm just saying there, like it's still a challenging demo there and stuff, definitely. And this is the only way to play the turbo mode and stuff, to experience at 60 frames per second, like how it was in the arcade and stuff, because like due to the hardware of the PlayStation, there had to be some sacrifices there. But they did a fantastic job here with showing us what they were capable of doing, even though it's just a demo of a game that was released in 1994 and 1995 and stuff. It showed that that you can do more with a game that's already been out for a while. And that's pretty much where I end this review here. And basically, like you got the main game disc and the bonus disc too. They'll keep you occupied for a while and stuff, definitely. So my final verdict here goes like this. This is the best Ridge Racer game on the PlayStation. Is it the best Ridge Racer game of all time? No, it is not, but it comes very close to being the best Ridge Racer game ever made, definitely. Due to some of the complaints I have with the game, like the frame rate still slowing down and chugging a little bit at times, and the opponent AI being kind of cheap and stuff, I'm still gonna have to take some points off of that, but it's not gonna be that many points I take off. The score I'll be giving this is a 9.5 out of 10. It's the best score to give it. It's a fantastic package, and it's worth it if you can find the Ridge Racer Turbo mode bonus disc and stuff. You're in for a treat there as well to show what was coming up for more games for Namco at the time and stuff. And that's pretty much all I have to say here and stuff. And like that's pretty much it for the final PlayStation 1 Ridge Racer game. We're not done yet though, because next part 5, we're going to dive into the PlayStation 2 era as we look at Ridge Racer 5 for the PlayStation 2. aka the very first PlayStation 2 game ever released in North America and stuff, and in Japan and stuff as well. So that's pretty much all I gotta say. This is Tony, peacing out and have a great day, and see you all in episode 117 part 5, because there's a lot more on the way and a lot more we're talking about. So drive fast, take chances, people, and enjoy my review of R. Hope you enjoy my review of R for Ridge Racer Type 4, and hope you enjoy. That's all I gotta say. It's Tony, peacing out, everybody.